Today, we all bore witness to the first Sarbat Khalsa to have been held in almost 3 decades. Without making any further deeper analysis into the resolutions, how the Sarbat came to be, or perhaps the agenda behind it, there is many lessons for us to take away here in the diaspora. Firstly is the issue of representation. Only one female speaker came onto the stage, and unfortunately we do not know how many women contributed to the amount of decisions that were made behind the scenes for the resolutions even to be brought forward, but one can only imagine that it was a similarly low percentage. If we do not make our forums of discussion a safe place for women to come in, then we are losing half of our entire Sangat all across the globe. And that is a significant voice that needs to be heard. Further still, there were only 3 speakers who spoke on the Sarbat Khalsa stage representing voices of Sikhs in the West. And I would hasten to add that all 3 of those individuals were not born or raised here in the West, or certainly not the way that I saw it. And of course, even greater still was the lack of young voices that spoke on stage. Not just from the West, but even of voices from within the Punjab. We need our forums of discussion to become much more representative of who we are as a community. And we cannot leave people behind. There is an argument that says that sometimes these people themselves do not step forward, whether they are women, Sikhs in the West, or young people. But I would argue that we need to make our forums for discussion safer places for those people to want to venture into and speak. At the moment, it's just social media where you hear those voices, which means that they are definitely keen and have a contribution to make. Secondly, one of the resolutions has spoken about a World Sikh Parliament that will deal with issues that affect the Sikh community around the globe, and how we as Sikhs in the West will also be given the opportunity to contribute towards that parliament. This is incredibly important because not only will it directly impact all of us, but it will give us what we've been wanting for so long, a voice that we can make officially towards the powers that be in these countries that we now call home. The question that I would like to put to you watching this video is, are we ready to take up those positions? Are we well versed on Gurbani, the bedrock of what it means to be a Sikh, and all of the different ideas that manifest out of that into the world that we call Sikhdom? Do we have the capacity to articulate ourselves well, not just in the basic settings that we have every day of the Gurdwara, the household and our local communities, but amongst diplomats, amongst ambassadors and amongst governments of the world? And do we have the vision to express ourselves and the Sikh community globally, to know what somebody might be saying to us or what a particular avenue of thought might lead down? And one final issue that I think it is most pertinent to raise following today's Sarbat Khalsa is, what are our spaces for debate, for discourse, to engage with one another in free debate that we know won't result in people chastising us or treating us like second-class citizens? Where are the safe spaces where we can talk about how the Sikh community is developing in different countries around the globe and also in the Punjab? Where are the spaces that we feel most comfortable to learn about Sikhi? Is it the Gurdwara? And if it isn't, should we be looking to improve the Gurdwara in that way? The greatest achievement of the Sarbat Khalsa in 2015 was the fact that so many people around the world who have no physical relationship with the Punjab were enthused and excited about Sikhi. That they were no longer just seeing Sikhi as something spiritual, but as something that combines both the temporal and the spiritual. So they are now interested in politics and the different manifestations that the Guru implemented into the Sikh world, such as the Sarbat Khalsa. It is now up to us to investigate these further and to take the conversation forward.